And that's
Okay.
it for
So, hi guys. Welcome. This is the part 2 of our session because we got cut off a while ago because we reached the limit. But this is part 2. Continuous lang siya sa ating topic. Before, I talk about eating disorders. So, I guess you already got the idea about eating disorder, especially sa atong pandemic issues. So let's move on to the next discussion, still about mental illness. So Maring Kedz has something for you, for all of us guys. So what is it all about, Maring Kedz?
Yes, it's OCD, or commonly known as obsessive compulsive disorder. So it's
Okay.
actually a type of anxiety disorder. So the term is often misused as in daily conversation as a bit, meaning OCD na siya normally kanang gamiton sa mga tao. So OCD has two main parts. Obsession. So obsession meaning you're obsessed with thoughts, images, urges, worries, or doubts that repeatedly appear in your mind. And ang compulsion, meaning repetitive activities that you feel you have to do to reduce the anxiety caused by the obsession. So, mo na siyang obsessive and compulsive disorder. So, kuha na siya hand in hand. And sa atong pandemic karon, this would apply in regards to what we have right now, like the germs, kanang contamination of germs.
So usi na kay ta.
Yes, so most of the people or most of the kuan mapadong jud ng ma-OC, like sobra na kay mag-wash your hands, or sometimes overly cleaning the house, like kanang you would think na when someone go out and then even just go out in a few blocks away lang sa imong house, and then when that someone in your family comes in, ma-obsess imong mind na you need to clean, I need to clean because there might be a contamination or something like that. So mo nang masink in sa tao labaw na karon na pandemic na mausig yun mostly ang mga moms, ang mga mama, ang mga parents nato with regards to that, just to make the family safe. But then again, what I suggest is just to limit as well yourself. Like, I know germs is normal na ba sa ato ang life.
Yeah, we live with it.
O kailangan masad niyan na. But then, we also need like, I don't know, namugay uban like sa OCD, may uban na everyday na lang gid magkuan. Kanang extreme na kayo pagka OCD, na murag halos everyday kailangan siya maglimpyo, like all throughout the day iyan ang limpyuhon iyang balay. So wala na siya time sa iyang family, kaugma na sad maglimpyo, like obsessed kay siya every sok-sok sa iyang balay, iyang limpyuhon even though it's unnecessary. So at least sa karon na pandemic, what we should do is just the kanang normal cleaning, the washing of hands, the sanitation of the doorknobs, the kuan, kanang normal lang na mga, you know, na magamit yung terms sa tao, not like obsessed lang yung kahit na mag-clean sa balay para dili na siya mo get in sa atong system na ma-OCD ta.
Okay, thanks Mare. How about you, Kim? Do you have any insights about it?
I think OCD it's just a fear of germs or a germaphobe. So you wanted lang na to, you know, get rid away of germs. So I think it's a mental disorder where you can like frequently hand wash, related with fear of catching a disease. So most likely I think it's manageable, but you know, being OCD is just living with a germ-free life, which is very impossible. Because, like what you said, we're living with germs.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the insight about it.
So I think right now with our pandemic situation, murag daghan gurong OCD na pud guro na ma-develop og OCD, di ba? I think majority siguro will have this kind of mental issue about being OCD because, I mean, specifically ako personally, medyo OC na jud guro ko, no? Even I'm just living alone, but every time I go out, I need to do a foot bath. I need to take a shower right away. So heavy, more that change to that lifestyle, our behavior as well because of this pandemic. Yeah, so it is expected that almost all will have this OCD mental issue. Yeah. So thank you for that, Maring Kedz, for the insights. Right now, let's move on to Maring Kim. What do you have for us?
Well, the next topic that we're going to discuss are naturally actually talk lang, like is a bipolar disorder. So
do you have any?
Of course, it's not new to us.
Yeah.
Commonly, like kung kita mag-gather ta, or bipolar, siguro na siya. But,
yes.
So actually, guys, it's known as a manic depressive disorder or manic depression. So it's actually there is a bipolar one, bipolar in the medical field. It's already a serious mental illness about if you're being or if you're experiencing a bipolar disorder. So it will change and can lead to a risky behavior. It could damage, yes, of course, your relationship and careers, and most especially suicidal tendencies if it's not treated. So serious na kina siya. If we're joking lang, we know ourselves man, di ba? We're on the right thinking yun, but sometimes man good, if you want to escape the reality and if you're sad right now and you want to feel happy, so the person you know or next to you murag na siya, murag bipolar na siya. So I think it's an escape, but actually it's not normal. But you know, there are kanang instances or scenarios in our life that sometimes we thought that we're already bipolar, but we're not. And that na siya.
So what are specific example about bipolar na may possible na siya bipolar issues?
Bipolar Maria, Maria.
And then yeah, so yeah, most of our friends are like that.
It's a shift of emotions, like in a snap or right away. It's a shift of of attitude or anything na from this feeling to the next feeling siya. So actually, Mare, the causes of bipolar, actually it's as what experts says bipolar disorder is caused by underlying problem with a specific brain circuit. Science, specific brain circuits that functioning our brain. So, okay, I think familiar mo ng neurotransmitters.
Sort of.
Kanang neurotransmitters mo na siya ang mga sa anatomy na siya mo na siya send a message sa brain para ba? So if there's something wrong with kanang about the functioning of your brain, that affects your bipolar disorders, or that triggers your bipolar disorder. Triggered, yes. So actually we bipolar disorder is also genetic. There are studies nga ingon sila nga genetic daw ang bipolar. Next, some causes are environmental one factor. And of course, if your lack of sleep or you could also have the symptoms of bipolar disorder. Lack of sleep, it will worsen.
So I think medyo na ako'y bipolar issues. Maybe lack of sleep.
So, na-discover ka sa mga health.
But, you know, at some point in our life, we might be experiencing these kinds because we don't actually talk about it, diba? So, right now, if we seriously discuss about it, syempre, you could discover it nga, oh my God, I might be having this. Yeah, I might have this.
Experience that one.
Yes. Because at some point, diba, our life, di mo kita experience for us happy thoughts, sometimes we also experience sadness, even extreme sadness, or even go to depression. So pretty much everyone has this kind of problem, I should say, I think.
Yeah.
So if,
I think everyone,
yes,
everyone.
especially
You
right
know,
now, na
it,
triggered dyan siya, no? Especially in our current situation, it's triggered.
yes. In, and what is happening right now, Monggod, we as human, we tend to face the reality, but if we don't want to see the reality right now, we tend to escape. And that changes our mood, that changes our the entire being of being sad to right away twist or shift to happy to being happy, ano ba? And as what science says, it is already triggers of being a bipolar kanang koan, a candidate or bipolar patient or that.
Okay, thank you so much, Marin Kim, for your insights about bipolar. Well researched. So let's move on to the next topic. My turn na ba? My turn?
Yes,
Yes.
Wait
Mare.
lang.
It's your turn now.
Okay, let's talk about si Maring Kes before nag-talk siya about OCD. Ako naman po, akong topic is PTSD. What is PTSD? It's about post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, so perhaps mara siya related sa katong sa no, postpartum or postnatal something depression. This one, the PSTD or the post-traumatic stress disorder has something to do with your experiences in the past. For example, like physical abuse or sexual abuse, like, you know, if na is something that happened in the past with regards to that kind of kuan, it would develop into sort of like stress, post-traumatic. So after naka-experience of nga abuse. So maybe since right now in our pandemic issue, if ever you have those kanang mga experiences, since siguro mo flashback siguro ang memories of that, and because you will be triggered by the current situation because you will be alone, syempre you will be thinking a lot of things, diba? Sometimes mag-reminisce ka sa imong past or diba, sort of like that, a lot of things that comes to mind. So it could trigger, it could be developed again, even if you don't experience the PSTD in the past. There's a bigger chance na because of this situation right now, mo develop siya, especially if nadyo kay major bad experience about physical abuse or anything about physical assault or terrifying experience as well in the past. So hopefully, guys, if you have something like that, maybe the best thing is, right now, for example, no, I'm alone. So, what if in the past I have this mga sexual turvalu, di ba? Mga bad experiences or physical assault or physical abuse, di ba? So, maybe if I have that, the best thing siguro that I need to do is talk to you guys online, you know, para palipas oras or something, a diversion. Or maybe, because it's hard to talk to the neighbors, di ba? Kaya we have to observe social distancing, diba? You cannot just talk to anyone. If I wanted to go to the clubhouse or go to the pool area, it's hard to make chika-chika with a stranger because we have to observe it. So maybe online is the best thing. Sometimes it's hard to be on social media because it could also trigger our stress levels, diba? Because people are trash talking online, yeah, and all those things, hating each other, bashing each other, grabe. So that could also trigger us with our mental health. So I guess maybe Murato ko think, let's go discuss things, just something like this, like Zoom or Skype or video call. Or maybe read book.
Chat.
Read a book, yeah, or chat lang, chika lang, or think of happy thoughts. So that is just my take about the post-traumatic stress disorder. It's pretty much new to me, the term, but when I just realized it, na rin mga inaning. So what do you think about it, Marin Kedz?
Yeah, I think for me, post-traumatic depression, kanang feel ko if someone have that, kuan, luigid siya because something man good happened to his or her in the past that trigger na mugawas na siya na illness. So, ang one thing na akong ma-help in a way lang yun na talk to them as what you said. So, yeah, always constant conversation, or if ever kanang di pa siya ready to talk to someone, he or she can search for groups in the chat on online, di ba, na may mga chat groups regarding na naka-experience in ana. So at least na siya outlet na someone he or she is talking to felt the same way. So mais ang iyahang maka-open siya sa iyang na feel, so dili siya murag na hesitation na mo open and to feel little by little na ma-okay siya. So yeah.
Okay. So I think open communication lang, no?
Yes, open communication.
Okay. So let's move to the next topic. Phobia.
Yes, so I will be discussing about phobias.
Yes.
So yeah, a phobia is an extreme form of fear or anxiety triggered by a particular situation, such as going outside or object such as spider, even when it's very unlikely to be dangerous. So a fear becomes a phobia if the fear is out of proportion to the danger. It lasts for more than 6 months, and it has a significant impact on how you live your life day to day. So there are actually different types of phobias. So one is specific phobia, meaning a phobia about a specific object or situation. Like for example, akat akong giingon, spider, kanang specific din siya na imuhang kadlukan. And then another one is complex phobia. So complex phobias tends to have a more disruptive or disabling impact on your life than a specific phobia. So meaning dako na siya mo cover. So one dako siya, complex na kaayo siya ba, naghalo-halo na. And then another one is social phobia, which is as what you social, meaning people. You're having kanang anxiety in when you are in a lot of people, like kung daghang tao murag ma-feeling mo mahadlok ka, mo na siya. Yeah, you're in a difficult situation, even though ang imong kuyog imong mga friends, pero sa imuha mura kag mahadlok. So that's also one type of social phobia.
So right now I think people might be having social phobia na, di ba? They're afraid to be in crowded places, or even going to the grocery. My gosh, this is something, social phobia.
Social phobia, yeah. Also known as social anxiety or social anxiety disorder. And the last one kind of phobia is agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is a widely thought to be a fear of open spaces, but it's more complex than this. So essential feature of agoraphobia is that you feel anxious about being in places or situation that would be difficult or embarrassing to get out of. So I think mo sa ni siya, mo apply sa ni siya sa ato ang pandemic karon na kanang mugawas ka, mura kag mahadlok.
Yes, exactly.
Germs or something, being outside the home alone, being in open spaces, being in crowded places, so mga inana gyud. So ang common symptoms sa phobia, physical symptoms, kay ang mafeel niya kay feel niya masyag na constrain, kanang masyag nahuot sa iyang self kay tungod siya hadlok. So maka-feel siya dizzy, lightheaded, uban ana kay ma-feel niya mura siya gi-choke, kanang murag siya gi-squeeze ang iyang feeling. So mo na siyang most common symptoms if ever na siya phobia in a specific specific ba, or sa social ba, or kanang mga complex. And what cause phobia is kanang there doesn't seem to be one particular cause of phobia. But ang factor sa phobia is particular incident or trauma. Genetics, responses to panic or fear, or long-term stress. So ako, admitted ko na nagyug ko'y phobia. Like I have a phobia of dark places. Like, it happened long before na mga high school pa ko. Like, when I
I will
watched,
remember it.
yeah, when I watched kanang movie, Sixth Sense. So that was my first horror movie. Nag-watch na ko siya sa theater. And then after that, wala na, trigger na siya akong phobia. Like, I want kanang akong bed na puno siya o kanang pillow. Like, I feel na ko squeeze ko, and then on ang lights. Until now, what gid yun siya. So long term gid siya nako na phobia, ang fear of darkness. So until now, magsuffer na lang na si Lydell na ganahan siya matog ni ngit-ngit. But then again, because ako ma-feel magod, like I feel squeeze and feel, I don't know, kanang maghuot ko if ever makita na ko akong surrounding laban na padaw na ko tug ng ngit-ngit. So I admit na I have a fear of darkness. So yeah.
Ako, I think for me, I have lots of phobia. Siguro that didn't just specific to one thing or to one object or to one event. I think there are certain things nga na phobia, but I'm not afraid of the dark, of course. Pero there are some phobia siguro. Phobia of snakes and phobia of spiders not so. Siguro rats. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, Maring Kim, what do you think about phobia? Do you have any phobia ba, or that you need to share, or how do you overcome one?
Actually, Maring, we all have phobias. We have fears. But for me specifically, my fear is to be alone.
Charot, ang dami mo namang ano dyan?
Ikaw, Maring, I don't have that specific phobia nga kuan. I think I don't have specific phobia.
Oy, saya naman.
Certain.
Before, I'm afraid of dying, but I overcome it. I'm not afraid. Maybe
so you could die anytime.
I'm not yet ready pa, but I'm not really afraid of dying.
The term dying. Yeah, so overcome lang din siya na.
Bako palayo.
Correct.
So I don't have to fear it specifically, Mare, about that.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Maring Kedz. So right now, let's move on to Maring Kim. What do you have for us?
We not make topic?
Yes.
Wala na.
Wala na, Maring.
Wala na ba? Okay. So anyway, guys, okay, this is very important, diba? Because here in the country, the Philippines, I think in 2018, our president signed a mental health law or mental health legislation. But President Duterte, I guess, signed this Philippine Mental Health Act. Okay, so it was signed, or it was put into law around June of 21 or 21st of June 2018. So you could actually Google it, guys, about that law. It's the Philippine Mental Health Act. And because right now in our country, because these kind of topics is not really talked about. No, people don't talk about it.
Taboo.
Because taboo siya. Because people will think that you're crazy.
Yes, assumption.
Ano bang baliw, if ever, no? Like, if you think of mental hospital, kung ano din tabuang na din ang perception sa mga tao, which is not. The mental hospital is actually an institution where people could seek help, seek advice, diba, with regards to their mental health. And later, we don't know that you might already have this mental illness, diba? So it's good that we actually have ourselves tested. We seek advice to professional doctors. So right now, what we're having with my fellow bloggers is, guys, we're just talking about this issue, but we would highly suggest that you also refer yourself or seek advice to professionals, like to the doctors or any psychiatrists or psychologists that could help you with the mental illness. So, Maring Kedz, how would people would like to contact? Is there any numbers or helpline that if ever na-trigger sila, maybe after viewing us or listening to this session, maybe they want to call some numbers just to inquire
Yes.
if maybe they're triggered? What do you think?
Yes, yes, actually, as I've searched through online, daghan gyud mga hotlines na provided for sa atong government. So, kanang if you feel someone or if you know someone, or if you are actually feeling depression or whatever mental illness, pwede gyud kay kamutawag sa mga hotlines na provided by the government. So, should I say the
Yes.
number? Yes. So, pwedeng matawagan ng Helpline sa number na 0918-873-4673. That's for Smart. And 0917-558-4673. That's for Globe. And for landline, you can call 02-8804-4673.
That's in Cebu.
Yeah, so that's in Cebu. And if ever you want to browse before calling, like there are actually website that would actually help you to find any kanang that you can contact that's actually near or you can actually access through. You can go to any website. Two example is silakbo.com.ph. Can go through that website. There are actually a lot of numbers that's been provided. Maybe there's there's some institution or there's an office that's actually near your area, and then they have a number there that you can contact to, and you can also go to doh.gov.ph for
Okay.
more numbers. Yes.
Thank you so much, Marin Kedz, for the information. Okay, so actually they could simply go online, also Google, and they will just search, and they would actually see a lot of numbers to call for help, diba? And we'll also be posting the numbers down below this recording, and so that they could also click it or call. So there's in Cebu, nasa I think in Manila and in Davao, in major cities, na helpline where you could call, especially if na-experience or sort of like na naka-trigger na you might be having some mental illness that we have discussed. Actually, daghan pa jud siya. There are a lot of mental illness types, but so far these are the things na siguro would fit to to our current situation right now. So pretty much, I think everyone is experiencing this kind of issues, diba? So anyway, Marin Kim, what do you think? We're actually running out of time again. We always have, we now have 10 minutes. So yeah, we have 10 minutes more. So what do you think, Marin Kim? Any words or final Chirvalu?
Okay, so final words is I know we are facing in a very difficult times right now, and sometimes we tend to check ourselves, our mental health, because it's very important, the whole well-being of ourselves. So don't be afraid. Ask professionals. All the landlines that has been
Provided for
by Kedz, and then go talk to someone if you feel depressed, if you feel being alone, if you feel like there's no one to turn to. Everything in this world is not going to your plan. So just talk to somebody, and then they will help. Talk to professionals. So I think that's it, Mark.
Okay. Or yeah, you could actually talk to your friends, just like what we're doing right now, diba? So it's pretty much, this is also helping ourselves, diba? Because, diba, guys, we have not seen each other for a very long time. I mean, like, I miss you, diba? Like, imagine ang feeling if we are there physically to bond. But I think what we are doing right now is hanggang online lang tayo, guys. So, and it's good, and it's good to see you as well, that you're just at home, staying safe, and keeping ourselves updated, because that is important. Because, you know, we might miss your face, your laughter, because sometimes that chat group is not really enough, diba? You might be very busy. But at least we are still very lucky in this time because we have the internet.
Yeah.
You know, just to think of it, diba? Like, if this happened, like, in the previous, siguro in 10 to 20 years back, when there is a hard time getting an interconnection, I don't know what people would do.
Yeah,
diba?
actually, that happened, diba? Yung flu.
Yeah, in 1918. So I don't know what
The
would.
Spanish influenza.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I don't know what people have been doing in that time, di ba,
Yeah.
to keep themselves busy siguro. So right now we have a lot of things that we could actually divert our attention, our depression, our anxiety, but no matter how we try to avoid it, we would still experience this kind of mga symptoms and
Depression.
this one. So yeah, so I think it's good to talk about it. It's good to relate. It's good to communicate this. Keep our lines open. So it is important na as mismo ourselves, people, let us train ourselves to have an open communication or an open line. So like me, in my case, since I live far away from home, I'm technically here in Cebu, but my family is in Negros. So with this pandemic, I have much time to call my mom, chika over the phone, but through landline and all these things, which I was not able to do in the previous months or previous years. Like almost daily, we keep in touch with ourselves. So at least that is one good thing that this also pandemic has brought us here, like more time with our family. I guess you, Mari, diba, you could actually relate
Yes.
more time with your
Super.
family and all.
Super
So
really.
what else? I think we
Yeah.
have 6 minutes.
Yeah, I can super relate to you, Mare. Like, in the past months, my mom called like twice, thrice a month, thrice in a month. Pero now it's like every week, checking up on me, checking up on the kids, just to make sure na okay me, healthy me, well provided and everything. Kaya, mother, it's
Yes.
always in the heart. Unsa ni tabos lang mga anak. So yeah, even though, and with regards to that one for the mental illness, what I can share, in Bisaya term, dili ninyo iluom ang inyong feeling.
Let it
So
out.
yeah, let it out, cry
Let
if
it
you have
out.
to. Yeah, cry, bahala na kuan, bas kung di pa ka ready mo open up to someone, cry. Shag it or whatever, unsay
Shagit o
outlet na
kusog.
imo para magawas lang nimo ang stress na naa sa imong lawas.
Yeah, let
So
it out,
yeah,
Ruth.
let it out yun
As
siya.
what they all said, it's okay not to be okay.
Correct.
Yes,
So
correct. So,
kayo. So
Maring
ano
Kim,
na?
thank you so much,
Yeah.
Maring Kedz, for that. Is that your final
Yeah.
word na?
Yes.
Miss Universe, no? Okay, Kim, what is your final last word? Pageant is gang.
But
Have 1 minute.
okay. Final words is thank you, Hershey, because Hershey is the entire brainchild of this
Yes. Thank you, Jim.
call. So it's really
Yeah.
helpful for our side as bloggers to initiate this kind of discussion to help our community to spread
Yeah.
awareness and to spread information about what is happening, especially to our mental health. So I would like to thank again Hershey and Marin Kentz for for having this time to talk with you guys. So I'm gonna see you soon.
Thank you so much,
That was
candidate number 20. Okay, so actually, guys, I'm also thankful for saying yes to this invitation, because this would not be possible without you guys, because alangan naman sa ako mag-chika-chika here, diba? So it's good that there is an interaction para maiba naman. And yeah, this is my very first time. I think we always talk about a collaboration, but I think this is the first collaboration that we have, di ba?
Yeah.
My Comares, and it's on Zoom nang dahil sa pandemic. Di ba? We're able to push with it. So thank you so much, guys, for saying yes to this invitation. I think it was just like yesterday, di ba? Like out of the blue, I just thought of it and act on
Well,
it.
thought kayo
So
ang mga topics. Grabe ang mga topics.
yeah,
Yeah.
ganun na tayo. So I don't even have time to research my topic as well. And di ba? But I guess we're able to push it and nilaban talaga siya, guys, until the end. And this is even the second or the part 2 because we got cut off sa part 1. So yeah, anyway, guys, we'll be posting the videos as well in our YouTube channels, and this will also be posted in my podcast, the audio version. So if wala mo yung laptops, but if you prefer just listening it and just do your own chores at home, then you can listen it through the podcast. And I hope that we were able to share this information. Hopefully, na naka-help siya on your end. And guys, if you need someone to talk to, you contact us. I will be posting our different social media accounts. Try to connect with us. We would love to talk to you, or, you know, chika-chika lang, chat, and all those things. So,
want to get inspired, di ba?
yes.
You can
If you're
check
also
our
inspired to
social.
do something like this with your friends as well, yes, you could. There is Zoom, there is Skype, and I think Facebook will also launch their own application that where you could have this kind of video. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you for sticking around, and share this as well to your friends, guys, because it might help to your loved ones, diba? So thank you so much, and God bless. Hopefully,
Thank you
mahumana
for
ang
the opportunity,
pandemic.
Mark.
Yes, you're welcome, and I really, really miss you na. And hopefully,
Yeah,
mahumana jud ta ani, guys. Okay, my gosh, we need to
we
bond.
will.
We need to
It's
drink
next time.
outside, eat outside. My gosh, we miss those kaloka mga events. Okay,
Vacation.
bye. Thank you so much. Mwah,
Bye.
mwah, mwah.